Alright guys, so this is after the workout. So as you can see, I'm probably a little bit sweaty, a little bit red. But the one thing that I really want to say, guys, is make sure that you always consult with your doctor before exercise. You guys want to make sure that you're in a good position to start exercise, that your heart is healthy, that everything in your body is going good and is ready for exercise. The worst thing that can happen, guys, is you start trying to do something that's going to better your health, but you're not quite in the position yet to do so, and then you end up doing something that you end up making it worse rather than making it better. So please, please, please always consult with your physician first before considering any of these exercises.
Feeling like I'm back, man, fighting like my last chance. This Gotham City, you could go and call me Batman. I roam the night, saving holes that are enemy. Louis belt them out, could pay a couple your utility. You see what time it is? It's on the right wall.
Alright guys, how's it going? This is Joe, your personal trainer. Today what we're going to do is go over a home workout. This is going to be primarily lower body, touching with a little bit of core. What we're going to use is literally just the floor, couches, that's pretty much it. Stuff that you have at home, and that's about it. You can add other equipment like bands, dumbbells, things of that sort to make it a little bit more advanced, but to stick to the basics, we're just going to keep it simple. So the way I'm going to start this off, guys, is by showing you each exercise and a couple different variations that you guys can do these exercises, and you can figure out which one is your most favorite. Then you're going to put them all together and figure out which one works best for you. You can pick about 4 to 5 exercises, put them all together, and then adjust the reps as accordingly. What we're going to do for the sake of the video is, after we show you the main movements, we're going to stick with just one version of each, perform that movement back to back, and then we're going to do 10 reps each. For the first one, pretty much a body weight squat. Traditional squat, first one is just narrow, coming down and coming up. What we want to do is try to keep our upper body as straight as possible and come down as low as we can. Couple variations to this. We can go into a sumo squat, where our foot stance is going to be a lot wider. This is going to attack your adductors. These are the muscles coming towards the inside of the leg. It's going to attack those just a little bit more. The next one is going to be more of a narrow squat. That's going to attack a little bit more of the lateral portions of the leg. That's going to give you a little bit more of that quad sweep, a little bit more of that shape and that toning definition in the legs. A big thing to keep in mind, guys, is our setup. So what we want to do is make sure that we're pressing evenly with our feet. We're not driving all the way through our toes, and we're not driving completely through our heels. We're driving pretty much more or less with a balanced foot, distributing the weight equally throughout our foot. And we want to make sure we externally rotate at the hip. So the femur, guys, comes running straight down. We want to open it up a little bit to get a little bit more range of motion. So that's the first one, the squat. Second one is going to be a lunge. Now, there's a regular traditional lunge, there's a front lunge, there's a side lunge, and a reverse lunge. You can also do these walking. Regular lunge, guys, we're coming down, trying to get to a 90-degree angle to the best of our ability. What happens is sometimes we come up here, we got to bring ourselves back to stay in that 90-degree angle. If you want to change it up a little bit, all you got to do is take a front step, come down, and then come back up. I'm going to make it just a little bit more difficult. To make it a little bit easier, if that one is struggling with your balance, what you can do is bring your foot backwards into a reverse lunge. Same concept, keep it at a 90-degree angle. That's my balance. The next one, guys, is going to be a side squat or a side lunge. Pretty much if you're standing here, you're going to stand in just a regular position and come to the side. With lunges, guys, you want to make sure that however many repetitions you perform on one leg, you switch it over and hit the same with the next. The next one is going to be the Bulgarian split squat. That one's a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more advanced. When you finally get comfortable with it, you can start adding weight to bring in an external load, start making it a little bit harder and increasing your progress. For that, guys, what we'll need to do is have something to put your back foot on. So for instance, for this, it's a home video or a home workout. We're going to be using the couch. We want to make sure that we give a nice good step forward, and same concept as a lunge. We want to make sure that we come down at a 90-degree angle. Same thing might happen. We might bring our calf and our hips forward. We want to bring them back to keep that 90-degree angle. The first 3 movements are all pretty much standing. The next movements are going to be laying down on the floor. So I have my yoga mat here, where you can get pretty much anywhere, or if you have carpet or pillows or even a thin old blanket, you can go ahead and set yourself down on the floor. The first thing that we're going to do is a regular hip thrust. For the hip thrust, guys, we're going to try to keep our feet as close to our hips as possible. Try to bring it in, and you're trying to raise your hips as high as you can. The majority of your weight is going to be pretty much pressing all through the heels. This, guys, is going to really start attacking the hamstrings, and it's really going to start attacking the glutes. If that becomes a little bit too easy, what you can do is switch to a single leg hip thrust. What that's going to do, it's going to force you to have to balance yourself, and you're going to have to make sure the hip doesn't sink. So we're trying to keep a level hip. We're working one leg at a time, so obviously it's going to make it a little bit harder. You're going to get a little bit more of a contraction in the hamstrings and a little bit more in the glutes. What you can do, guys, as well, is at the bottom of the rep, stay off the floor. Don't necessarily return all the way to the floor, because you want to keep that constant tension. If you're not able to do it just yet, don't worry. You can definitely work your way towards that. The next one that we're going to do is called lying hip abductions. Pretty much what we want to do is keep our legs completely straight, knees locked out, and point our feet. You can also keep your toes pointed towards you. It'll give you slightly more of a contraction in the quads, but it's going to be that much more painful. And for most people, this exercise is already difficult enough as is. So get comfortable with this movement first, and then try that a little bit later once you get a little bit more comfortable with it. What we want to do is bring our legs up just a few inches off the ground, really brace our core, and then bring our legs out as wide as we can. What you're going to notice is a strong contraction in the hips and a strong contraction in the lateral aspects of the glutes, really attacking the glute medius. You're going to notice that this exercise is also very uncomfortable. The next exercise that we're going to be performing is going to be a glute kickback. Same thing as always, we want to make sure that we're continuously switching legs, hitting the same amount of reps on one leg as we are with the other. So with the hip thrust, we're going to be lying down on our mat, or we're going to be facing the floor, and then we're going to raise one leg at a time, trying to straighten out our leg as much as we can and raise our leg as high as we can as well. You're going to notice the hamstrings and the glutes activate really easily with this movement. The next movement that we're going to do is going to be a movement that really attacks the core. They're called hundreds. What you want to do is, well, actually I'm going to show you the full version at first, and then I'll show you how you can modify it. That way, if you're not there completely, you know that you can start in one position and work your way up. This, guys, is going to be great for the core. I personally take almost all my clients through this exercise. It's a great one to add into your home workout as a little bit of finisher to attack the core. In its full position, guys, what you want to be is first lay yourself on the floor. Then we want to raise our body up until we're completely straight. Notice I'm not rounded at all, and I'm not letting my head sink back. I'm trying to keep myself as straight as possible, with my spine completely straight, with my head following the same line of my spine. You're going to hold that. You're also going to raise up your legs just a few inches off the ground, pointing the toes forward and holding this position. You don't want to go too high and you don't want to go too low. You want to be just kind of right in the middle to get that optimal contraction in your core. The last part, guys, is going to be your arms. Your arms are going to be moving up and down. What you don't want, something all crazy high or something that's just really small. You want to find a moderate height and a moderate speed. You don't want to go crazy fast and you don't want to go crazy slow. Just a moderate height, a moderate pace, and don't touch the floor. That's the biggest thing. You don't want your hands to touch the floor. In its full version, guys, this is what it looks like. Now, if this is too difficult at first, what you can do, start off either by only raising the upper body or only raising the lower body. And even if you're not able to do that, just trying to keep yourself up a little bit and contracting your core as you're going through the movement with your arms. So, for instance, if we're only able to raise up the upper body, this is what it will look like, just like so. My legs are still on the floor, which is making it a little bit easier. I'm trying to raise my upper body as straight as I can and keep going with your arms. Same thing if it was gonna be with your legs. If you only are able to get your legs up, it's the same exact thing, guys. Now the upper body is down and the legs are the ones that are up in the air. Arms are still moving. Now that we learn a few different exercises, guys, we're gonna put these all together. Pretty much gonna be picking one variation of each exercise, combining all these exercises together. I'm gonna be doing about 10 reps of each and taking a short break. Now at first, you want to take your rest breaks as needed. If we're very beginner, we're barely starting, we wanna make sure that we keep ourselves safe and keep ourselves healthy, and we don't stress the heart too much if we're barely starting. Try to keep it under 2 minutes, but if you need more than that, by all means. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. I'm gonna be doing 10 reps of each, starting off with squats, then going into lunges, Bulgarian split squats, and then we're gonna come down to the floor, and then we're gonna do hip thrusts, then we're gonna do hip abductions, and then the last one for the legs is gonna be the glute kickbacks. And then to finish off with a little bit of core, we're gonna do a little bit of hundreds.
Find peace in this place I'm at, yeah. No need to take another step. I don't wanna go if you ain't there, no. Father, let the weight of your glory fall. I just wanna be where I know you are. Lord, I know you overcame the world. Now there's freedom for my soul. I'ma stay right here where I belong. I'ma seek you, Lord, right here, right now, yeah. I can see you in this place I'm at. Lord, I'm under your wings. There ain't no place that's safer than that. Never knew I was an orphan child, but now I'm a son of the king. There ain't no time to forfeit now. Gotta keep running this thing. I ain't got time to be hating on you. You ain't got time to be hating on me. I'ma just be right here praying for you, hoping you're really just praying for me. Every day gotta run straight to the throne. That is the way that you're able to see. I'ma put all of my trust in the Father, cause I can see people just flaking on me. Yeah, look at all that you blessed me with. I'ma keep on pressing in. I'm in love with this fellowship. Take me out of my element. Everything's irrelevant if Jesus ain't directing it. Look at all this evidence. I'm praying hard with the diligence. Yeah, reaching for heaven, I know that he's here. Laying my head on his wings. Tell me, where do I begin? Take me to that place where that oil flows down. I'm following my Father, that's a beautiful I'ma sound. Seek you, Lord, right here, right now, yeah. Find peace in this place I'm at, yeah. No need to take another step. I don't wanna go if you ain't there, no. Father, let the weight of your glory fall. I just wanna be where I know you are. Lord, I know you overcame the world. Now there's freedom for my soul. I'ma stay right here where I belong. I'ma seek you, Lord, right here, right now. Rain down on me and my team. Blessed are those that are poor in the spirit, cause they gon' walk with the king. Yeah, thought I was leading this thing, but really I wasn't redeeming the thing. I was just lost and filled with this pain. I was just stuck in the same spot. What do you do when the chains lock? What do you do when the pain don't stop? Father, we need you to rain down. What do you do when they spit in your face? He's giving me grace, I'm giving them grace. I give it away, my Father is living in me. Yeah, I'm jumping inside of that river today. He told me he's with me, he told me he got me whenever temptation comes. You were the God of Abraham, the one who raised the sun. You were the one they prophesied about. It's time to praise the sun. Staying inside of the race, yeah, I ain't afraid to run. I ain't afraid to run. Reaching for heaven, I know that he's here. Laying my head on his wings. Tell me, where do I begin? Take me to that place where that oil flows down. I'm reaching for my Father, that's a beautiful sound. I'ma seek you, Lord, right here, right now, yeah. Find peace in this place I'm at, yeah. No need to take another step. I don't wanna go if you ain't there, no. Father, let the weight of your glory fall. I just wanna be where I know you are. Lord, I know you overcame the world. Now there's freedom for my soul. I'ma stay right here where I belong. I'ma seek you, Lord, right here, right now. Yeah. We do not look like the world. This for the boys and the girls. This for the ones who be seeking the kingdom, in love with this freedom. We ready to serve, ready to work, ready to give them heaven. I've been resurrected, gotta give them the word. This the reason I stay ready alert. Every season I be living the word. I pray that they see the love,
Father, keep filling my cup. Ain't worshiping rappers in churches, I'm looking to Jesus to see what he does. Yeah, I'm covered all in the blood, I'm covered all in the blood. I seen them worship the money, they lying and hiding. I gotta wanna tell me who do they trust. This is a situation I gotta be careful with. Put my faith in Jesus Christ, not all these Pharisees.
Alright guys, so that pretty much is the workout. As you can see, it isn't an easy workout. Even though it's at home, we don't have any equipment, we're not using any like dumbbells, anything like that. It's a pretty difficult workout, guys. I'm a little bit out of breath, but this is something you guys can be doing at home to really attack the lower body. I'm going to be making an upper body video just like this pretty soon, but for now guys, this is the lower body. Like I said, what you want to do, pick a few exercises. If you want, pick them all. If you can only do one at a time or 2 exercises at a time, do what you can. You want to make sure that you start off at a point that's comfortable and safe for you, but you want to make sure that you're still pushing yourself to get a little bit more each and every time. What I'll say, guys, is do maybe about 4 rounds of this. Same thing, pick a few different exercises of it, keep the rest break under 2 minutes if possible, and then that will be your workout, guys. But I hope you guys like the video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.